All right, guys, welcome to the Jim of All Trades channel. Glad you made it by. My name's Jim. I'm a crypto trader and a Forex trader. Here to help you understand the market from an Elliott Wave perspective, guys. Welcome to Wisdom Wednesday, guys, where I just take a minute or a couple of minutes and just talk about good trading wisdom. So many of you guys out there are emotional in your trading and you're losing money hand over fist and you don't know why. You keep getting on the wrong side of trades and the wrong side of investments and you're trying to figure out what in the world is wrong. And I'm here to tell you this today that one of the main things that's wrong is your psychology. Your psychology is out of whack. You are crippled by three main enemies of your own emotional state, and that's fear, hope, and greed. And any combination of those emotional states, guys, will cause you to make irrational and poor decisions. And when you do that in the market, you end up losing money. So today we're going to talk about just a couple of things to help you in your trading or in your investing, and that's how to have a good even keel trading mindset. But I'm not here to give you financial advice. That's not what I'm doing here at all. I'm just a trader trying to help a bunch of other guys out there who have dreams of making all kinds of money in the market, yet seem to be undermined by their own psychology. All right, so let's talk about fear today, and because that's one of the greatest enemies. You know, God says, He says, "I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power and sound mind." You know, let me tell you something, that fear will always undermine a sound mind. However, a sound mind can overcome fear. Fear manifests itself two ways in your trading. One, it manifests itself in the form of FOMO, a fear of missing out. You have a belief system that the market is going to do something, and you don't want to miss out on what it might do. So you make irrational decisions based upon the quick movements, quick candles of the market, maybe, and then all of a sudden, you find yourself suffering in a bad position in the market because the market does something opposite of what you expected it to do. But you reacted to a FOMO, or a fear of missing out. You bought the top, and all of a sudden you're in a majorly deep correction and upside down in a trade. How did that play out back in 2021 when prices just was... Listen, everybody and their brother was just like, price is going to go up and it's never coming down. And $100,000, everybody's yelling and screaming $100,000. Everybody's yelling and screaming 70,000. You know, just the next number to the upside, up, up, up. And chances are, as price was way down here, you did miss out on a lot of this move. You were not expecting Bitcoin to make that move, and now all of a sudden you're missing out, and you're fearful that if you stay out of the market any longer, then you're going to miss out. And so what happens is, price goes up, and you're like, as this pulls back, you're like, oh, good. Price is pulling back. And all of a sudden, as price is pulling back, you feel good. You feel like, hey, yeah, this is the market stopped going up. And then all of a sudden what it'll do is it'll come and take that top out, and it'll go up fast and furious. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh no, here I am. I don't know what to do because this is going and I'm missing out. Certainly you are. You are missing out. And so you can't help it because you can't stand the pain of the missing out, and you're fearful of missing out on any more. And so you jump in, you say, I got to buy right here. And you end up buying. And price starts to go up and you start feeling good. You start feeling like, yeah, man, this is going up. We're making money now. It's not going as fast as it was. It's starting to chop around here. And you're waiting for price to continue straight up in a parabolic motion. But what does it do instead? It comes back to you. It bounces and then comes back to you like, oh, please bounce, please bounce. And all of a sudden, now hope is keeping you in a trade that's come back on you. You've got a bad entry because of FOMO. Hope is keeping you in that trade. You're like, I hope it bounces and continues. I hope it's just a correction. I hope. And you're not in a position to make any kind of rational decision. You're just making emotional decisions based on price action. And then all of a sudden, boom, price is down here. It pulls back and you're starting to feel okay. It feels okay because, it's coming back to me. And then all of a sudden it comes down again. It breaks the low. Comes up, rolls over, breaks the low again. You're like, okay, I got to get it. And you let go of your position because now you're fearful of losing more money. You've already lost some because you're in a bad position because of your FOMO. And now you're fearful of losing more, obviously, because you didn't have a clear stop set. You didn't have a clear mind. You were just hoping and praying price would go your direction. And when it doesn't, you're hoping it comes back. And when it doesn't and it continues down away from you, you get fearful again and you make a bad decision and you close that trade. And that's the cycle that this market does to you all the time. I mean, just over and over and over. It will, your psychology, your fear of missing out on the money to be made in crypto and whatnot is causing you to make bad decisions. And so, there you go. That's the cycle. Now where are we now? Well, let's look at how price played out. Well, price went up. Oh, come on, Jim. There we go. Price went up, took the high. I wonder how many people were buying the top up here because here we go again. We're going up. They bought this top and they bought this top. I wonder how many people were buying those tops because their emotional state was, I don't want to miss out on it anymore. We're going to 100K. At least I can make some money. Right. And then all of a sudden just the market tanks on them. Then they sell way down here because they just can't take it anymore. They can't take it anymore. They held and held and held with hope that it would come back and continue on, but it continues down. And then it pulls back and it rolls over, hits the low. You're like, forget it, I'm out. And people shake it out down here. Then all of a sudden, boom, price is coming back up to them. And here we go. The cycle continues. All right. So how do you protect yourself from that kind of experience? Well, number one, when God says, I've given you a spirit of power and sound mind, okay? Sound mind is the key to overcoming fear. It is believing and thinking about what is true, okay? Fear is rooted in a belief system of what is not necessarily true. It's what could be true, what might be true. It may come to fruition, but fear is rooted in a future that you cannot see, but it makes the future the reality in your mind that you believe, right? And so basically fear takes what is not true, makes it true, and then you start making decisions upon what is of what is not true. So how do you combat that? You combat it with truth. You combat it with knowledge. You combat it with sound mind. So what do you do? Well, there are a couple things that I might just offer you, just as we're going to have all kinds of Wednesdays to talk about these things, but let me just give you a couple of things to think about that are true. Number one, the market always comes back. It always comes back. The nature of this game is it comes back. And so if you're a person who thinks this market's going to only go up, only go up, only go up, and it's never going to come back, then you have a wrong mindset. But if you think this market's only going to go down, it's only going to go down, it's only going to go down, and it's never going to go up against you, then you've got a wrong mindset. You have to stay as neutral as possible and remember that on any given trade and any given movement of the market, whether it's going up or down, it will come back to you. Now, it may come back quickly, it may take a while to come back, but the market always comes back. So yeah, that's a warning to you. If you're in a long and you're in good profit, let me warn you, the market always comes back. So don't let your greed influence your fear and magnify your fear of missing out on more profits. Well, if I take profit now, I'm going to miss out on more profit. So there's a fear of missing out that keeps you in a trade too long, coupled with greed, right? And you don't take your profit. And what happens? The market comes back to you and you miss out on the profit that you had. Now you got to deal with the pain of missing out, right? the market always comes back. So trade with that understanding. That means if you get in an upside down position, if you're patient enough, the market will come back to you. As long as you're not trading leverage, you shouldn't have to worry a whole lot. If you're trading spot, the market will be back to you. Just be patient. Be patient. You don't want to be too patient, but sometimes you just need to step back and wait a little longer. And you may have to wait a while longer. It just depends on what kind of a trader you are. But secondly, learn Elliott wave theory. Why? Because Elliott wave theory is the best system out there that makes sense of what the chart is doing, and it gives you a sense of where it's going and wave structures to look for and to identify, so that as you see those wave structures, you can anticipate the market's next moves. Okay, and that's what we do on Sunday Night Charts. That's what we do on our channel. That's what I do in my live streams every day with my group, just sharing. We're looking at wave structures, say, okay, what's this pointing to? Where's the market going? Or where are the potential moves of the market, so we can trade in that environment. And I'd love to invite you into our Discord so you can learn along with us. Would encourage you to learn Elliott Wave. I have a free playlist if you want to use that. It's called Trading Night School. I teach Elliott Wave theory there. You can go get it for free, or you can get a more updated course and a more updated experience with a group of traders that from all over the world who are just like you, using Elliott Wave as well as other strategies combined together to make sense of where the market's going, to make good trading decisions. But nevertheless, knowledge is what you need, guys, to overcome that fear that's overwhelming your trading. Knowledge is what you need. You need knowledge. You need a trading strategy, but you don't get a trading strategy without knowledge of the markets and how they move. So let us help you develop a trading strategy. We'd love to have you, and that's a formal invite into the Discord. Just become a Patreon member, and we'll get you in. If you want to use crypto to subscribe there to the Patreon, just let me know. Just send me an email, and jimofalltrades7@gmail.com, and we'll work that out with you as well. All right, guys, I hope some of those thoughts have helped you. Watch out for FOMO, guys. If you're making decisions based upon fear of missing out, you're making a bad decision, almost guaranteed. So protect yourself with knowledge. Start learning Elliott Wave so you can have an anticipation of what the market is going to potentially do. So you're not worried about the future, but you can stay even keel when the market's going against you or going your way. And guys, don't buy the top and don't sell the bottoms. Okay? Don't buy the tops and don't sell the bottoms. You ought to be buying when the market's going down, and you ought to be selling when the market's going up. That's the mentality you need to have. And that'll overcome, once you understand those principles, that'll overcome your fear. All right, with that said, guys, there's a lot more to talk about with fear, but that's just one aspect of it. Hope that gets you thinking about it, and maybe touches on some of the struggles you've had as a trader. Let me know in the comments if you can relate to anything that was said today. Well, with that said, you guys have a fantastic day. Watch out for that fear inside your heart, and let's overcome it with sound mind. Have a great day. See you tomorrow for Theory Thursday. We're going to look at Elliott Wave theory and see if we can start helping you get a grip on those things. Bye-bye.